Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and as you've seen in the title, I'm going to be going over Subnautica Devs, creating the Tadpole. I had this video idea, but I completely forgot about the whole entire thing. I was just going back to my YouTube channel and YouTube studio, and I was like, oh, I need to make this video, so yeah, here we go. It was pretty cool. The fact that they're making something close to a sea moth / sea shark is pretty cool.
I'm Corey Strader, and I am the...
And that window cracking animation, whatever that is, that... Ooh. That is pretty freaking cool.
I'm Corey Strader, and I am the visual development lead.
My name is Per Perez, and I'm a gameplay designer with a specialization in 3C.
Hi, my name is Andy. I'm a gameplay programmer.
I'm Ben Henry, and I'm a 3D artist.
I'm Anthony Gallegos. I'm the design lead on Subnautica 2.
The Tadpole is a player-controllable vehicle.
Once we had that name, we were able to kind of drill down and try to capture the essence of that in the final design.
We wanted to figure out what we liked the most about the Seamoth, but we didn't want to just deliver the Seamoth again.
It's such a beloved vehicle from the original game.
They wanted a small vehicle that would be their personal transport, their sort of first safety out of the water, but we wanted to make sure that it wasn't so big that it would compete with the larger vehicles that we made.
I think we were pretty successful with finding something that feels fresh for Subnautica 2.
Inevitably, with most concepts, you do have to end up changing quite a bit.
We pursued a lot of different versions before we ended up settling on something that had that sort of glass.
Quite a bit?
We pursued a lot of different versions before we ended up settling.
Now that Snow Fox one, I would not complain. You can go underwater with the Snow Fox type thing. I would honestly not complain about that one. That's a pretty good idea though. Subnautica Devs, if y'all are watching this, y'all should still add that in there.
Settling on something that had that sort of glass forward cockpit with a huge amount of glass forward in front of the player, that it actually added a bit more vulnerability feeling.
What's key there is maintaining really clean UVs and textures. The oxygen ports that you'll see on the side of the Tadpole. Invented some shapes and tried to make it feel right and played around with the animations of it.
Just love the overall aesthetic of it. It's cute, it's kind of toy-like, a zippy, fun little vehicle.
There needed to be that moment that the player went from swimming around and feeling really vulnerable to...
Wait.
Needed to be that moment that the player went from swimming around and feeling really vulnerable.
Wait, so you can deattach the wing looking things?
To moving suddenly much faster and feeling like that first sense of ownership over a vehicle. The first time you get into a Seamoth and it tells you like, welcome aboard, Captain, and that sort of like high-pitched voice, feeling that sense that this is my ship. And so I think we kind of want to maintain that with the Tadpole as well.
Could make it more audible. Like, more easy to hear. So the players don't have to guess what it said. They probably already know what it says. But you could make it more audible.
I worked on the movement code, upgrade logic. We used a custom movement controller to get the feeling right, to make it actually be feeling like an underwater submersible.
What I wanted to do was bring to life sort of the legacy of the Seamoth into a more modern graphics age. What we did uniquely is that we used Nanite in Unreal Engine 5, and so we have a lot more polygons.
I think I'm using Unreal Engine 6. I'm gonna go check that real quick. Hold up. I still need to check it. And here I am again checking it. What the fuck is wrong with this damn mouse? Oh my god. There runs the that but you see the name the blue upper down the blue. Hey, your mic's muted. Hey, your mic's muted. Fuck. Yeah, I'm using Unreal Engine 6.
To play with.
Yeah,
I wanted to
using
give the
Unreal
player the
Engine
most
6.
customization to really make it their own.
We had this idea of
Still gotta scan it. Same old thing. Keep it.
modularity very early on that the tadpole could sort of evolve into other forms.
Its modularity is going to be a really cool feature.
What's really exciting about that
That
Forms.
cockpit,
Its
that
modularity
obviously can't talk.
is going to be a really cool.
Now that's actually kind of cool. You know, game physics and all that, but how does that open and keep the water out? Game physics. No, just game physics.
Feature.
What's
Like
really
everything.
exciting about that is it opens up the box for us to do a whole lot more of explorations and perhaps larger
That's cool.
upgrades.
We've shown the wings, and that's like one of several chassis that we're working on.
The chassis
Okay, so yes, the wings are detachable. Makes sense.
and the modularity will help it so that the player doesn't have to go into one vehicle and switch to another one for specific use cases in the world, and they can immediately detach the chassis and detach another one, not really have to leave the cockpit of the Tadpole.
I mean, that's kind of the same way the sea truck is, but you have to like back up into it.
Fans from the old Subnautica will like that the base Tadpole feels very familiar to the Seamoth.
Players will be
Probably because it is more familiar to the Seamoth. I love the Seamoth. And I love the sea truck. Don't get me wrong. To me, the Seamoth is better. I don't know about y'all, but I love the Seamoth.
most excited to not only have the experience of the Seamoth, but also to bring their friends along for the ride. And I think
Those fish in the background look like a mix between a Reaper Leviathan and a Brute Shark. I wonder how long it'll take to kill one of those.
this is going to create a lot of new gameplay and a lot of new moments.
Now this right here is cool, but hey, Subnautica Devs, if y'all actually end up watching this, one, you should make it to where like the other player can come into that too, and two, look at that seahorse, guys. So nice seahorse, alien seahorse, anyways.
The core thing that we want to deliver is the fantasy of all the other vehicles that players can. The
Also, if y'all didn't see, oh wait, I thought that was a seahorse. My bad, my bad.
the core thing that we want to deliver is
It
the
looks like a
fantasy of
seahorse.
all the other vehicles that players can think of that thing could become over time.
I think with the chassis system, I'm really excited what the community may come up with as other chassis.
Subnautica Devs, I have an idea. Y'all should make a storage module like for the sea truck, but you should make it for the make it a chassis for the Tadpole. That'd be an idea to keep in mind.
that can plug into the tadpole.
Just like in nature, a tadpole doesn't just stay a tadpole. A tadpole often grows and turns into other things.
Is that another different type of mesmer? Electric Giordi. Must be like a mesmer. Oh, my bad. So, well, that's it for this video. Yeah, I do have it in my Steam wish list. But make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, stay safe. And end it right here.